Are you doing a magic spell? Don't read it. Don't read it.
Oh, how's your pandemic?
Oh, it's going fine. What's a month, you know? How about you guys? How are you holding up?
Good. We're just trying to keep ourselves really busy with things, and luckily, just having a baby gives us like structure for a day. You know what I mean? There's no like I have friends I see post things like, I woke up at 3:30 in the morning, so I just decided to work out. You know what I mean? Because time doesn't mean anything anymore, but it does still here. He
Yeah.
has to get up in the morning, so it gives us a day.
Wow. And how old is Larry?
Larry turned 8 months today.
Oh, happy 8th-month anniversary or birthday. Wow. So thanks so much for doing this, first of all.
Oh,
And
No problem.
yeah, I mean, you guys started this like pretty early, like March 14th, I think, was the first.
yeah, the first day that we were in
Very
quarantine, we started.
Yeah, as soon as we like the day that the schools closed or whatever, like that Saturday was the first day we stopped going anywhere, and that's
Yeah.
the day that we started doing this. Yeah.
And I mean, had this idea been brewing in your minds? Had you been thinking, oh, this could be fun?
This was Maggie's idea, so
Yeah, well, because like, I mean, I'm home. I've spent a lot of like the winter at home with the baby, so I was pretty used to being at home all the time. But
Wow.
Pat gets so restless, like, and anybody. I mean, I thought it was gonna last like 3 weeks, so so I was like, well, this will be something that we can do together. That will be, like all the whole family except for the dog, but we can all get involved. And I know Pat loves social media, but also like, but it's not just like Pat tweeting and me like really having no idea what he's doing. Like we can, because I don't look at Twitter, so. But then we could just do something all together. I thought it would be really fun. I thought people would like it, but I didn't think people would be like,
this is giving me life.
yeah. Because I really was like, oh, are people going to be annoyed that I'm posting a picture of my baby every day? Which is like the thing I've been trying so hard not to do my whole time as a mother and not succeeding. I already was posting pictures of him every day just in his regular clothes. But no, I guess people like to see a baby during a pandemic. Do you want this? Or are you too excited?
I mean, yeah. Did you have any idea how popular it would become, or even how long you would be doing it? Like,
No, absolutely not. I mean, definitely, I didn't think it would go on this long. But no, I didn't think. I'm really surprised it's so popular. I mean, I'm happy people. I'm really happy people like it. It's of course I'm really happy. Like I mean, I feel embarrassed a lot of the time when people say like, that you're getting me through this. Like I don't think
There are more important heroes than this.
like, I don't think I'm doing anything that anybody like. I don't know. Like it makes me feel embarrassed. Like I'm just making Halloween costumes every day. I said to Pat, because I love Halloween so much, and then I said to Pat yesterday, I was like, well, it looks like I've really made it Halloween every day here because I dress up the baby in a costume every day. We're always eating junk food, and I'm always scared.
wow, funny. I mean, did you have all these supplies just kicking around? I mean, the felt, and I mean, I guess wigs with the sketch comedy Pat, but the feathers and things.
Well, I really love crafts. Like I'm an elementary school teacher too, so I don't. Yeah, like honestly, I like. We don't have a huge home, but I do take up like one of our very few closets with so many craft supplies. And I have long felt like one day Pat is really going to come after me and tell me to get rid of a bunch of these. But now I've really showed why that it deserves so much real estate in our home.
Wow.
I've never thrown out a craft supply. And I was like, what am I ever going to do with all this stuff? And
Yes, it's
this.
I think it's very cool that, when possible, you're trying to keep it local too. Like the paper bag princess he wasn't just in any paper bag. It was an LCBO bag, which we could all relate to.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's it too. Like now I'm like, whenever anything comes into the house, I'm like, before we throw this out, could I use this for something? And like when we got an LCBO delivery, I was like, wait, this is a big bag. We could do paper bag princess with this. And then when I was like making the dress out of it, I was like, oh yeah, definitely. I think if we showed everybody it's an LCBO bag, I think all the grown-ups could really relate.
Larry seems like the most pleasant-natured baby I've ever seen. I mean, is he always like that? Does he never cry or scowl or?
He's a really easygoing guy. I don't know. This is a very long-awaited baby for Pat and I, and I really feel like the universe has rewarded us for our patience and just given us, and also at the perfect time. I always think, wow, like it could not have been a better year to have a baby around. Just to give me purpose.
Yeah, we talk about it a lot that like people that Larry's the perfect age for what's happening right now because he gives us joy. He gives us, like I said, some structure in our life. But like, I have so many friends that have older kids and their life is really hard right now because they have to homeschool them and they have to constantly explain why they can't see their friends or go anywhere or do anything. And then I have friends with no kids who are like just going out of their mind being bored, and that's not our problem over here.
yeah that's something like that's another part that makes me feel embarrassed a bit because like I don't think everybody needs to make lemonade out of the pandemic. If he was a year older, this would not be possible, or if he was a few months younger, this would not be possible. We just like this. It's like a weird perfect storm. Like we just happen to have these things here and we happen to have a baby at the right age. And it's just really fun. I mean, every day is really fun. Pat and I spend so much time brainstorming about it, thinking about it, like planning it, making lists, so much of our day is not thinking about what's happening outside of here, which is so great.
I mean, the quality of the photographs is really good too. You seem to capture right at that perfect moment, to capture the essence of the character, but still be a baby.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like the Slash picture, for instance. I'm like, do you know who Slash is? Because you're really selling it. Like Sumi, I mean, he definitely didn't do a very good job of being Grumpy Bear yesterday, but yeah. I mean, I'm hoping he doesn't go into comedy, but I'm not so sure.
Hey, why don't you want him to go into comedy?
Well,
it's a hard, weird life.
Yeah, it's a hard life.
If you don't need it, don't do it.
Are you guys thinking of putting this together for a book? Have you heard from any, publishers?
No, we haven't. We get messages from people all the time asking us if this is going to be a calendar or a book or something. And it seems like there are already too many pictures for it to be a calendar. Also, it would be for next year. And would people be as interested next year? So anyway, we've always said that we're open to it being a book if it could raise money for like arts workers and other people that need it now.
Yeah, we do not want to be pandemic profiteers.
Yeah. We're not trying to, and we just have no ambition with him. We're not trying to make him famous or do anything. But if it can help somebody, then we're totally open to it because we know there are a lot of people who want that book.
Yeah, but we would give away the profits, but except for maybe we would keep a little bit for Larry, just for his education fund, because like, I mean, I did put pictures of him in a shell bra on the internet. So like, if it could maybe help him through university, he wouldn't be so mad.
Hey, Larry. Are there any characters that you're like purposefully avoiding Larry, become? Like I noticed that, there hasn't been a US president. Mr. Trump hasn't shown up.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
I think there won't be. I think there won't be. We've had some requests for Trump and stuff like that, and or for like Doug Ford, and we just don't need to. I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think we've put up anyone that's bad. Have we?
I don't know if we put up any villains.
Well, the Harry Potter villains.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
that's
we did.
true.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
Yeah, no, I don't want to put anything, like, I'm not going to make him any fake guns. Yeah, I really, like, before we do everything, I am like, is this going to embarrass him later? And so there have been a few times, like, when we made him Dolly Parton and we made him the Little Mermaid, where I'm like, oh, like, it's not the dressing him up like a girl, but it's like, anyways, I hope not. I want to raise a really queer, positive, like not transphobic kid. I don't think, like, I'm not raising a kid that's going to be embarrassed I put a wig on him, but I don't know. So, but I am like really, like, I don't want it to be rude, like, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I noticed that there have been some trolls saying, "Oh, Larry could grow up to have gender identity issues or whatever." What do you say to them? Or he's going to need therapy?
We really just don't care about that. Well, like, I think that the sort of the future of the world is those gender things are just going to get so blurred and forgotten. But
Totally.
But yeah, like so many people will say, oh, he's going to need therapy. He's going to whatever. And hey, man, everyone needs therapy for one thing. but also like it's when we dress them like a girl that they say that, and that just kind of pisses me off because it's fine.
Yeah.
It's all fine.
Yeah, exactly. Like he's not Bruce Springsteen either. Like it's all costume. We're not. And you don't mind, right, Larry? You don't mind. What do you have to say? He's too excited to see the video, but also.
Any other looks that you can see coming up in the future? Like the Harry Potter week was very special. I think that was a nice thing to look forward to.
Oh, I love Harry Potter, so I was really happy to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have like a week planned, but I do have I have a long list that I'm working through. That we last night we did a big brainstorm of, because we were like going through the list. I mean, today's was 41. So
so the first 5 days we did 2 looks a day.
I don't know why.
Because we didn't think it would last that long, but then after the first 5 days we were like, wait a minute, you're gonna run out of stuff, so let's just move it to 1 look a day. So we're always like 5 looks ahead of how many days we've been in inside.
We got a lot of felt, we got a lot of construction paper, and a lot of scraps of fabric, so we'll figure it out. I mean, there is a look coming up where we might do some paper mache, honestly, a bit. It's a dream come true for me. I really love Halloween, and I have always dreamed of dressing up my kid for Halloween, and I didn't know that I would get to do it 50 times before I turned 1.
Before his first Halloween. Oh,
he had a Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah, his real first Halloween, I dressed him up as a Larry O'Brien trophy. But
you mentioned you have a dog too. So is the dog ever going to make an appearance?
Honestly, I have posted a few pictures of I think the dog is getting really jealous, and so we take all the pictures in Larry's room, in the chair we have in his room, and then often after we take the pictures, the dog will sit in the chair and let me put the wig on her.
And then just sit there forever with the wig on, like, take my picture.
Honestly, she really she can serve a wig as well. Chicken.
Well, anything else you guys want to add while in self-isolation and being creative and inspirational?
I mean, I don't think we're inspirational. I don't know. I think I'm just the luckiest person. You know, like I really do. I think I'm the luckiest person in the pandemic because I get to be with Pat, who makes me laugh all the time. I get to be with my long-awaited perfect baby, the dog. You know, we have enough room. We have enough money for food and shelter. And lots of friends to talk to on the phone. Like I feel so fortunate. Like I'm not worried about anything other than the pandemic, which I think is enough to worry about. You know?
Yeah, I think the news is scary every day, but in our personal lives, the worst thing that's happening to us is that a lot of our items get replaced when we order groceries.
Yeah, we do have some grocery order problems. We have some grocery order problems.
Oh no. Well, thank you for all the joy you're bringing us, and can't wait to see all the looks to come. Hopefully, it's not for very much longer, but.
Yeah, hopefully it's not for very much longer. But I have some ones that I'm saving for near the end. Some ones I'm like, oh, I think people will really like this one. Because sometimes I'm like, I don't think anyone's gonna like this one. And then Pat's like, this many people did. Like Grumpy Bear, I was like, I don't think I did a good job. But
Yeah. That's great. When we posted the Care Bear yesterday, somebody wrote, I can't wait for the inevitable Smurfs picture. And I was like, we're not going to dye our kid blue.
There are limits.
Yeah. I know everybody wants David Bowie, and I really want to do David Bowie, but I don't think he would let me, because I was like, I've really been looking at David Bowie looks, but I think you'd have to do like the lightning bolt, and yeah, I don't think I can do it. Like there is no Dumbledore in Harry Potter week because before I put together the Dumbledore costume, we made the beard and we tested it and he just kept pulling it off. So I was like, I don't want to be a stage mom. I don't want us to I don't want him to be crying.
Yeah. We need this picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not like that, you know, like he likes it. And if he gets bored or grumpy, then we wrap it up real quick, you know, it's
nice.
It's just not worth it.
Yeah. That's the other thing. He's in costume for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It's very quick. We just go in, we're ready. Pat is holding something to get him to look just the right way. So his face is in the light, but that's it. And it's 2 minutes of pictures and then we're done. And then it's just back to Larry just trying to eat all his toys.
Well, thanks again. Thanks so much for talking to me. Take care.
Bye.
Yeah.
Take care. Stay safe.
You too.